For the past century, mysterious black cats have been seen all over Australia. Some have reported it resembles a panther, but what is it? Oversized feral cat? A panther? Or some type of unknown creature that we haven't discovered yet? Australia, an island surrounded by rainforest and dense bushland, with an unforgiving desert in the middle, surrounded by thousands of kilometers of ocean, home of many dangerous fauna, both introduced and native. Most commonly, the feral cat, which is as common as the kangaroo. The introduced species is becoming a pest and has already killed many birds and other animals native to Australia. It is estimated that 12 million feral cats reside in Australia. These cats were most likely introduced to our shores by British settlers. It's even said that they may have been introduced earlier when a Dutch shipwrecked along the west coast. Whatever the reason is, they have quickly spread across the continent. Due to other feral pests such as rabbits, rats, and mice, the cat was seen as a godsend to desperate farmers and let them loose intentionally in hopes of getting rid of the pests. Could this animal be the creature people have been witnessing? The feral cat can be both vicious and territorial and can grow to a large size. Witnesses have said that it is the size of a Labrador and resembles what seems to be a panther. But how could an animal not native to Australia cross the oceans and be here? Sightings of this creature have gone back as far as early as the 1940s and earlier, but the sightings increased in the 1970s. The amount of sightings would be the size of a phone book. One theory suggests that a travelling circus crashed, but this theory is more of an urban legend, due to the fact that there is no concrete evidence that this would be a theory, and it's more of an urban legend. A puma was also shot dead in the 1920s. A train's door was knocked ajar. The cat was killed by a group of hunters. Another theory suggests that during World War II, servicemen smuggled a litter over as mascots. They then released them into the bush when docked at various ports. But these two theories and legends don't explain how they were able to survive and breed into the colony of panthers. I'll start by clearing something up. Animals that are referred to as black panthers are in fact melanistic black pigmented leopards or melanistic jaguars. They are commonly found in heavily forested areas near the equator. They are mostly seen in Malaysia. The creature has attacked people, and even the government had been looking into it. Former Premier Nathan Rees at first told reporters that the Black Panther, as he called it, was an urban myth. In September 2008, when he was sworn in as Premier, he announced with a collection of reports from Western, Southwestern and Northern Sydney, stating that he doesn't think it's an urban myth, as there have been too many reported sightings. From Blue Mountains to the Gippsland, the sightings have increased. Unusual injuries sustained by dairy cows killing livestock are leaving carcasses up in the tree. Quartering in the Western Australia Gippsland in Victoria and the New England area in New South Wales all recorded unusually high stock losses due to supposed cat kills such as sheep, cattle, and occasionally native animals. Cats are efficient predators that usually ambush their prey. Victims either have their neck broken with a suffocating bite, or, in the case of lions, are suffocated by the big cats covering the animal's mouth and nostrils. Eyewitnesses may be confusing themselves with Australian wildlife. So some stories may come across as hoaxes, but are merely misinterpretations of Australian fauna, such as dingo. But it could be as simple as a big domestic cat, something which has grown to an alien size. Footprints have been found which suggest a cat is bigger than a domestic cat, and it is unlikely a panther colony could be introduced. But calling the cat a panther isn't entirely a lie, because the animal resembles a panther. Considering the amount of all the exotic pets people own and the amount of feral cats that would have gotten loose, this would be the most likely theory. One of the most far-fetched of all the theories is that the creature is actually a descendant of the ancient marsupial lion. But most of these theories can be far-fetched, so whatever you may believe in, the mysterious phantom cat known as a panther is more real than fiction. In the 1850s, wild animal exhibits were popular. Animal trade was thriving as demand for wild animals increased. What's not so clear is what happened to many of the animals introduced into this country as exhibits for the pleasure of the public. Many circuses were quite popular in many states. St. Leon's Circus and many of these circuses wowed many people across the country. Animals such as lions, tigers, elephants, and even pumas were among these exotic creatures. But what happened to these animals? With no record for those interested in the mystery or out-of-place animal sightings, this potential point of origin should not be overlooked. It is unlikely that the early circuses would have made much of their escaped animals public knowledge. Many farmers would not have liked the fact that these escaped animals killing livestock, such as the story back in March 1950, where 12 sheep were shredded to pieces, and many eyewitnesses reports in the area did see a creature resembling a tiger, which revived a 15-year-old story prior of a baby leopard escaping from a train while being taken to Sydney. Many of these cases from various circuses and zoos are escaped lions or tigers have now occurring from 1850 until now, which is almost 2 centuries of cases. So could this big cat people are seeing, could this be a lion? During World War II, a popular theory that was rumoured for years started. It is believed that US servicemen released pumas after bringing them over as mascots. Dr. John Henry of Deakin University in Victoria conducted a study in the 1970s. During his research, he discovered that 2 American units had actually been stationed in Mount Gambier in 1942 and were later relocated to Queensland and then elsewhere in the Pacific. The ambulance each unit had was a Black Panther. In 1969, in Viaduct, Victoria, an unknown RAAF source told the Hamilton Spectator that he knew the key to the big cat sightings. While stationed at Mount Gambier, a joint Australian-US camp for part of the war, he was shown pups were shown as the USAF men. It was not until several days later he discovered they were pumas. When the commanders of the US and the Australian Army found out about this, they ordered the servicemen to kill them. It was later discovered that the mountain lions were not killed but released into the Grampians. Many other stories about the mascot released or escaped have gained a lot of interest amongst amateur and big cat researchers in Australia today. It is also believed during the mid-19th century, when the Australia's gold mining rush was bringing visitors all over the world, pumas were brought over as mascots. It is believed, like the previous story involving US servicemen, that they were released into the wild. In a small timber town known as Oberon, founded in 1863, a man and his girlfriend encountered a panther sighting that was reported. While staying at the chalets at Oberon, they saw what appeared to be a cat-like animal about 200 meters away from their blue gum chalet they were staying at. The man took it upon himself to try and get a closer look. About every 50 meters or so, the panther-like animal would turn its head to see if the man was still following him. He described the animal to be too big-boned to be a feral cat and too tall. This isn't the only sighting of the big cat in Oberon. A man on his routine cigarette before going to sleep ventured out to his paddock to check on his young calves when he saw what looked like a panther. The panther-like creature has a shiny black coat and a tail reaching to the ground. This was no calf. The creature began sniffing around at the pair of shorts which dropped off the fence. He described the size being 1200 to 1500 millimeters. The man ran inside and alerted his wife, who was asleep. He said that he had just seen 2 large black cats. He then took out his camera and started taking photos randomly in a direction that he saw the cats disappear into. When he developed the photos, he saw the cats were staring at them. The reflections of the eyes is what has stayed with the couple. At dawn, the man walked outside really exhausted from lack of sleep, and the terror they encountered, he saw a set of paw prints that were leading up the double slider of the bedroom, which indicated that the creatures knew where they slept. He was grateful they are alive and got out of there. From the Blue Mountains to the Gippsland, Australia's a land of mystery and wonder, home to some of the deadliest fauna on the planet. Will we ever know the mystery behind the big cat? The truth is, we may never know.